Hey everybody, welcome to the channel where you can learn Vedic astrology easily, that too step by step. I'm Vanita Lenka here and I welcome you in the series of Ascendants today. I am moving on to the next sign in the Zodiac, that is Libra Rising, meaning thereby that when you were born, the sign rising from the eastern horizon at the time of your birth, which happens to be the sun's path too, this particular sign of Libra was rising. Thus the accurate birth time and place is so very important for an accurate horoscope. The ascendant changes its degrees every few minutes, you see. That's why even the twins can be so different from each other. The rising sign is so important as it is the image we project, the impression we make on others. It's more like a face than a mask, the real you, the true self. The ascendant is the foundation of the whole chart, you see. How the rest of the signs are set, what kind of family one will have, siblings, children, education, marriage, the whole life force energy, the profession, the spiritual growth, etc., everything depends upon the Lagna, the rising sign one is born with. Now you see the houses are fixed like that. For children is the 5th house, marriage 7th house, mother 4th house, profession 10th house, so on and so forth. But how will be the life force energy of a particular person only depends upon the rising sign. And today is the turn of the Libra rising, the peace lovers. Please take a note of this, that it is not a sun sign or the moon sign I'm talking about. It is the ascendant, the rising sign at the time of birth of a child at a given location. So to start with, let's know how the rest of the signs are placed in a Libra ascendant horoscope, and as to how and what is the relationship of Venus, which is the lord of Libra, with the rest of the signs lords. So I'm presenting you this diagram where I will show you how the Libra ascendant is and how the other signs are going to be with relationship with the Venus being the lord of Libra. You see, Libra is not only the Venus is not only the lord of the first, but is also the lord of the 8th. So it brings little bit of neutrality to this particular rising sign. Then Scorpio and Aries ruler is Mars. You see, 2nd and 7th lord ownership makes one have Mars as the Maraka, the death inflicting one for this particular Venus rising ascendant. Then Sagittarius and Pisces, Jupiter owned signs, they rule 3 and 6 houses, so they are also called little bit of Jupiter being a Pisces sign. We cannot say that it is totally a malefic one, but it is a neutral one again, because 3 and 7 being the houses which are the negative ones again. Then Saturn is the Yokarak Graha for this particular horoscope for the Libra rising, because it owns not only the center but the trine houses also. So it's Kendra and the trine owners are always the benefic ones and the Yokarak ones. I forgot to mention that Mercury and Saturn become the pious and the benefics also being the ruler of the trians. We have to see that first, and then the Kendras, and then we reach out to Mercury, which is the lord of the 9th as well as 12th, the traveling houses, you know, we call them. So moon and sun being the lord of the 10th and the 11th also become sort of benefic for this particular ascendant. So I will be explaining to you one by one the meaning of these all the houses and the meaning of these one by one, so that you can come to know about the relationship. One born with this ascendant, the opposite sign of Libra is Aries. First, let me tell you that. And people are self-centric, impulsive, and self-confined, though extrovert, but that too just for their own benefit, and could not just focus on the family life at all. So they chose this life, Libra ascendant, as their birth ascendant, because Libra is all about other people and not about their own selves only. They know how to strike a balance actually in everything, be it work, family, outside relationship, society, etc. They are the peace lovers basically. Thus, Libra is considered the best sign in the zodiac. Everything's so proportionate about them. And even if they don't have a balanced life, they know how to strike balance in everything. These people are the center of attraction, you see, effortlessly. Venus being the ruler of this sign. First and the eighth gives them a natural flair towards fashion, dressing sense, and they possess a charismatic persona. They are highly ambitious and creative. Eighth Lord Venus gives them a strong intuition. They are deep thinkers and they know how to save and invest their funds. They prefer to hold on to whatever they have. And hence, they might not be that great at sharing. They have a good sense of business and joint finances. Financial security could be a factor of importance in any kind of partnership, including the marriage. They usually get what they want, but take their time to make any decision or come to any conclusions. Finances could be variable, but in the end, they manage to end up profitable. They can do well in the research areas, occult sciences, and depending upon the placement of Venus in the chart, of course. Now coming to the next sign of Scorpio and Aries, ruler being Mars, as I told you, the death inflicting one, makes them secretive about the financial aspect of their life. Second house rulership, you see, finances. They do not want other people to know anything about what they have and what they don't have. They prefer to invest money and to see them pay off in long term. They work really very hard to make their money, but keep business deals secret. They are quite possessive regarding their financial assets. They might face frequent ups and downs in finance. They are possessive and emotional about their family and finances. They have their ruler, seventh ruler being Mars again, makes relationship a potential source of conflict or aggression. So even in business partnership, their partners are youthful, adventurous, because seventh house I'm talking about now, adventurous, energetic, or outgoing types. Aries makes them want a partner with indomitable will and independent streak. They want fun in relationship and think that arguments are important in a relationship to live. Strange people. Mars being a Marka, the killer qualities, which doesn't really means killer for this ascendant, but can cause a lot of restlessness and turbulence in their married life. Thus, the marriage requires a lot of effort to sail through. Optimistic and cheerful with a hint of sarcasm and leg pulling. Coming to the next one. This is how, as a Sagittarius third house individuals communicate. Big leg pullers. They want to have fun even while learning and love to know about everything under the sun. They prefer looking at the bigger picture than being concerned about small things, the details. They love traveling to expand their horizon, knowledge, and open their mind. They are good at storytelling and are well organized. These people are attached to their siblings, uncles and aunts. They have no enemies as Pisces. Now coming to Pisces, is where Venus exalts and makes the Libra rising people very submissive and adaptable kinds. They tend to take too much responsibilities and then fret about it. They are at times scared of failure. Their emotions are linked with their work, and hence health might be impacted by the work situations. While they have intense passion towards their work and have ideal dreams, they need to be little practical, you see. Now coming to the next sign of Saturn being the Yogkarak Graha planet. Strong benefit for this Lagna, being the ruler of the trine and the angular house. The 4th and the 5th, and also the exaltation sign for Saturn being Libra. One must not forget, because Saturn is very powerful in Libra, in the 7th house especially. Make Saturn a pure benefit for Libra rising. 4th Capricorn gives them a disciplined life from the early childhood days, and the mother plays a very vital role in their upbringing. They are very responsible and hardworking people and are very attached to the home and the home environments. Though they may not easily show their feelings towards them and appear as a disciplinarian and traditional, they are very protective and concerned about their home and family. They practically and efficiently organize household and family matters. As they grow older, they develop stronger foundation and ties with the family members. Now with 5th house Aquarius, they often have unusual kind of hobbies with which they can experiment and gain a diverse experience. They believe in trying out everything at least once. Their romance starts first with friendship and then slowly develops into something more. They do not like to get attached, though, and prefer their own pace. They need to teach their children discipline early on, since they may become a bit of rebel. They teach them to be independent and be original in thinking and instill the family values and structured upbringing in them. That is very essential also these days. Now coming to the 9th house and the 12th house. First we'll cover the 9th house in Gemini. That makes them very logical and reasonable in terms of religion, philosophy and spirituality. They love holding conversations around. Communicative sign, you see, Gemini, around these topics, though might not be, means obviously religion and all these topics, these are always, a topic of conversation for them. Though might not be strict followers of any particular religion. They believe in increasing their knowledge base through higher education and need constant mental stimulation. They have thirst of knowledge and thus keep increasing it by reading, holding discussions in it, things like that. They love to travel, being the lord of the 9th and the 12th, the traveling houses, as I said earlier also. They love traveling so as to meet new people and get to know new cultures. They have an intellectual father, a guru. They are just inquisitive like a child all throughout their life. Mercury, that is childlike. Now 12th house in Virgo gives a critically analyzing approach towards life to them. They prefer to take their own time to speak out about anything. Health issues concern them and they may even come across as health freaks. When comfortable and alone, they love to think practically and with details. Spending time to study people and their behavior and responses is what they love to do. These natives are very particular about their sleep habits, expenditures. They at times become misers in spending, rather very calculative. They are very practical about their spirituality, as the 12th house is the house of spirituality and bed pleasure. So these people have a very practical approach towards these aspects of life and implement the same in their day-to-day lives. Coming to the Cancer and the Leo next. Cancer, being the 10th, enhances their emotional bonding with their work and career. They wish to be an ideal professional whom people look up to. Someone who knows what he or she is doing with the career. They share an emotional and a sensitive bond with their co-workers or the workplace. They would do well in a career that involves public interaction, since they can understand the needs and nerve of the public. Ambitious and creative, they like to help others in their career. Although Moon, being the lord of the 10th, gives them little fluctuating careers, as Moon is tidal, you see, ups and downs, waxing and waning Moon. The bosses are generally very happy with them, as these ascendant people, as they are meant to be for other people. They'll be there for you in the middle of the night also. Call them, they'll be there. 11th house in Leo imparts in these natives the leadership quality in social settings and friend circle. But instead of trying to dominate them, they form warm and loyal connection. Their friends are usually of prestigious status and well off financially. Their friends give them strength and inspire them. They love their company, and their life's aim is to gain high status in society. Sun rules 11th and is the ascendant where Sun debilitates, meaning thereby Sun is not on happy terms with Venus. Sun debilitates and Saturn exalts there. They love to be the center of attraction and have a superiority complex. They are self-absorbed in their ambitions, which tend to be high, and they achieve it too. But so thus the ascendant and the lord of the ascendant plays such an important role, and they work as the deciding factor as to how the life pattern of a particular person would be in this life, and has to pay for the karmas in this and the next lives as well. So this brings me to the end of this video. Moving on to, in my next one is the Scorpio rising and Scorpio ascendant and the life pattern of it, and their life pattern in my next video under the series of ascendants. So stay tuned, stay blessed. Om Tat Sat.